So in this video, I want to talk about the speculation that's been going around in regards to the Supreme Court issuing their decision in the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association v. Bruen case tomorrow. So let's talk about this. But real quick before we jump into this video, if you think it's time for the Supreme Court to once again uphold our rights to keep and bear arms, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. Also, I want to give a shout out to one of the main supporters of this channel, which is USCCA. Through your membership, you get training, education, and self-defense liability protection. So if you carry a firearm, I highly recommend you take a look into USCCA, and I'll put a link to them down in the detail section. So like I said in the intro, in this video, I want to talk about the rumor that has been going around, which is that the Supreme Court will be issuing their New York State Rifle and Pistol Association v. Bruen decision tomorrow. Today alone, I've been sent multiple emails, DMs, various like Reddit links and random links in regards to this case and that the Supreme Court is going to issue their decision tomorrow. Now, for those of you who are not aware of what's going on in this case, New York State Rifle and Pistol Association v. Bruen, and why everybody's so concerned and so excited about it, and you just don't understand why this is so important, let me explain real quick. New York State Rifle and Pistol Association is a challenge to the state of New York's concealed carry permit requirements. The state of New York requires a person to provide proper cause to be issued a permit to carry concealed. The issue is that the state does not consider self-defense a proper cause, and therefore on that justification alone, people have their permits denied. Essentially, a person in New York has to distinguish themselves from the average person to be granted a permit to carry concealed. So the whole question in this case is whether the state of New York violated the Second Amendment with their may issue licensing scheme that does not treat self-defense as a sufficient justification for a permit to be granted. The Supreme Court heard oral arguments in this case, which again is very important because it's one of the first Second Amendment cases that the Supreme Court has heard and will rule on in a very long time. For reference, there are really only about 4 Supreme Court decisions that touch directly on the Second Amendment and Second Amendment issues. Now, I want to say from the outset that I take this all with a grain of salt. There really is no way that anyone can know exactly when the Supreme Court will be dropping the opinion, let alone anyone knowing that it will actually come tomorrow. The reason I believe some are saying that it will be tomorrow is first because the Supreme Court will be releasing at least one opinion tomorrow. We know that for a fact. That's been announced, and it is actually going to be an opinion day tomorrow. So we know the Supreme Court is going to drop at least one opinion tomorrow. And as the end of their session draws nearer, anytime the Supreme Court is announcing that they will be releasing opinions, people are just jumping to the conclusion that it's going to be the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association case. Also, I think this may come from a lack of understanding of how the Supreme Court will actually release opinions. Some people are saying that it looks like the Supreme Court calendar only says that they have one opinion day left and it's going to be tomorrow, so that the opinion in New York State Rifle and Pistol Association has to be tomorrow because that's the only opinion day that's on the calendar. Well, that's not true because the calendar of the Supreme Court is frequently updated, and tomorrow's opinion, that opinion day for tomorrow, wasn't even on the calendar yet. It wasn't even added until earlier this week. And that was when the Supreme Court announced that, yes, they were going to release a new round of opinions. So the calendar is not static. It changes over time. And frequently we hear earlier in the week that the Supreme Court is going to release new opinions. We don't know what those opinions are. And then the calendar is updated. So just because the only opinion day on the calendar right now is tomorrow doesn't mean that this opinion is coming tomorrow. Some are also saying since the Supreme Court is pretty much through all the October and November cases that they heard, Bruen is coming very soon. Well, that's not necessarily true. The Supreme Court does not have to actually issue opinions in the order in which they heard them. The Supreme Court can pretty much do whatever they want, and typically they will hold landmark cases and more controversial cases until right before they actually go on leave, when they go on to that break. And that is in late June. So that has been my opinion this whole time, is that I believe that they are going to hold this decision until late June. And I would love to be wrong. I would love to be surprised tomorrow morning for them to actually issue this opinion sooner than I expected. But my current opinion right now, if you were to ask me, despite all the speculation, is still that they're going to release the opinion in late June. Now, one email I received today, along with some others, said that there was some credible source that he had that told him that it is in fact coming tomorrow and that Kavanaugh has authored the opinion. I pushed this individual on this so-called credible source, why he actually believed that this was coming. Where is this source coming from? Is it even credible? He's claiming that's credible. He didn't really tell me anything. He didn't validate any sources. It just sounded like a lot of speculation. So again, I chalk this up as just wishful thinking. I think people are just merely speculating, claiming that they have sources, claiming that they have information. But in reality, we don't know. People are just really hoping that it's tomorrow. But I think the hype around tomorrow being the potential day gives me a good opportunity to let you all know how I will handle this situation when the opinion does come out. For example, tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Pacific, I will be watching the Supreme Court docket to see if the opinion released that they're releasing tomorrow is in fact the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association case. If it is, I will soon after that put out an announcement video on the channel, so keep an eye out for that. In that video, I will let you all know that the decision has been released, what the numbers are as far as the Supreme Court justices in their votes, who authored the opinion, and then I will likely give a quick explanation of the outcome, whether it's good or bad. I will also leave a link in that video to the opinion so that you can read it for yourself. Then later in the day, I will release a more comprehensive video and breakdown of the opinion. This opinion is likely going to be a lengthy one. There will likely be various concurrences, maybe dissents as well. We know there's going to be dissents, probably various concurrences. So it's going to be a long opinion, just probably like Heller was. And all of that will take time to get through. Also, I want to put this disclaimer up that if it is tomorrow, that will likely be the worst day possible for me personally. That's the worst scenario for me personally because I'm leaving for vacation for Hawaii tomorrow. I'm leaving tomorrow, and if it's released tomorrow, it's going to be an absolutely hectic day. So just wanted to also let you know that by some just random craziness that it is in fact going to be tomorrow morning. It's going to be a crazy day for me, but I'm going to make sure I get you guys any information whenever it is released. And so just keep an eye out on the channel. If you see something pop up tomorrow morning, early in the morning, you know that we got the decision from Bruen. So if you see Twitter threads or Instagram posts or Reddit posts claiming tomorrow is the day, take that all with a grain of salt. We will likely be disappointed tomorrow morning, and we will likely go back into hibernation for quite a while until the next opinion day comes out and is announced once again, and then you will hear a ton of speculation once again about the new opinion day, and it's going to be Bruen. So again, just keep your eye out if you see a video early morning tomorrow on this channel. That gives you good indication that something did happen, but regardless, hopefully this gave you all some insight on how the opinion stuff actually works and what to expect from me when the opinion actually does get released. Hopefully this also brought the expectations back down to earth so that everybody is kind of at the same playing field. Just don't believe everything you guys see on Reddit, on Twitter, Instagram. Just because someone puts up a Reddit post saying that they know what's coming tomorrow, that there's opinions coming tomorrow, it's Bruen, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's actually what's happening. And a lot of times people just don't understand how these procedures and how these things actually work. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment down below and I'll try to answer the best of my ability. Also, if you like this video and like support the channel, one of the best ways to do that is to like, comment, and subscribe. All those things help to fuel the algorithm or fuel Algore's rhythm. It adds fuel to his jet, and it signals to YouTube that you guys see value in these videos and in this type of 2A news. Again, I want to thank everybody who likes, comments, subscribes, who hits the notification bell, who shares these videos. You guys are directly impacting these videos, impacting this channel, helping me to reach and educate more people than I could ever do on my own. So thank you so much for all of your support. So as always, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And never forget to stay with Built Bar Arms Scholars and stay with Maintain Bar Arms Scholars.